All right, good evening, guys, and welcome to this week's week 7, I believe, matchup of Aegis Guardians League. This is Big Menergy versus Oasis Nails Day and Spa. I'm Jason Kurt5, and I'm with Simulcrum. We have some new graphics. So, how are we feeling?
I'm excited. I think there is some opportunity for some spicy lane matchups. Just looking at the histories of both these teams this season, you and I were just talking about this top lane matchup in particular. I think it's gonna be a real scrap up there because neither of these players are tank players at all.
Yeah, absolutely. You had, like Leerq, incredible amount of Fiora games. Also, Big Menergy's Plat Cap designated player. Oasis Nails Day and Spas have Deity, who's I've only heard raving reviews about, and looking at his statistics, like all the reason why this guy has never had a lane where he's lost pretty much. Like every single game, he's always up a good amount of gold, and that's a scary statistic, especially considering all the wealth of good top laners we have.
hmm Ooh, this is interesting. So Nads opted to ban the Gwen, which does look to be a contested pick between these two teams. Has fallen on the wayside recently after the nerfs, but could have still seen it top lane, but Nad's banning it.
Yeah, absolutely. Gwen is a champion that I think is still honestly just really strong. Like the E attack speed nerf is just like to prevent Gwen from being a cheeser, but once you have like 2 points into Q, you can start E maxing, and it's pretty much the same champion. So that's pretty easy. See, Big Energy lock in Jin for the first pick. Um,
Oh, I
not
like this.
not the most traditional pick, but definitely one that I believe would be going to Syrinx.
Mhm.
Has played that champ a couple of times and has produced good results on it in the past games for this split. So we'll be looking forward to that as Nat's looking to counter pick with this Ashe here.
Ooh, okay. So I think what both teams are trying to do right from the get-go is utility ADCs, there, which signals to me they want to play away from bot lane. They're not interested in playing to the duo lane. They want to attack the rest of the map, be that top or mid.
Wow, so you see Zyra already being locked in instantly. I really like the Zyra pick. We're really gonna, if played properly, the Alistar is not gonna be able to play the game, and the Ari definitely a kind of neutral pick in this mid lane. Looks like it's gonna be going towards Lava Lizard, who has played the Ari on occasion before with mixed results, but definitely comfort pick for the mid laner for Big Energy.
Mhm. And the Xerath response. So a lot of range already for Nads. And I want no junglers, which is so strange. It's really you see so often that the junglers are picked up early in the draft because it's such an important role to secure a strong champion for. And so few jungle bans even thrown in this first draft, just the fiddle and the trundle.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the Trundle, you could even say there's a flex towards the top end support too. So it's
hmm
not even a full jungle ban. I mean, already like Mordekaiser being banned away. We have so many top laners being banned out. Urgot being taken off the board as well. That's what five or six or seven top laners, even if you count Lulu and Trundle as potential flex picks. So
hmm
definitely both teams really kind of making it obvious, we want to be playing towards our star player. We want to play towards Leerky. We want to play towards Deity. Like it's no it's an open book right now, but I think right now it's just looks at how it's being executed. Sejuani gonna be taken off the board here, which is interesting because Big Energy don't have any melee auto attackers, so the passive not as effective. But
Yeah, it might be to
yeah.
protect the ranged Xerath and Ashe. They don't have a lot of. They have the Alistar, but that might not be enough if the Sedge is picked. And with so many top lane bans, Jason, I wonder how deep both these top laners pools go because now normally you favor red side for the counter pick, but with the champ pool so heavily pinched, I might favor blue side depending on how deep these players pools are.
Yeah, well, for the side of Deity, Set is still open, Volibear is still open, Aurelia is open as well, so definitely a few options there. And for the side of Leaku, there is that oh, there is that Set as well, so that's gonna be a contested pick. As we see Lilia be locked in here, probably for the side of Warhead A52, which means that they're setting Deity up for this counter pick, which I really like. good, I guess I would say a good drafting direction from Nats so far, being able to set up the draft in a way favorable for the top laner. But they do have a lot of magic damage and not a lot of consistent damage, so they definitely need to fix that later on.
There's the set you were talking about.
Yeah,
But this,
that contested set pick being locked in for the side of Learq.
I am a little concerned because Big Menergy's comp so far is really short range, and it's definitely going to struggle against the range that Xerath, Lilia, and Ashe has.
Whoa!
Okay, that's okay.
That is a
Uh,
void crocodile.
we are flipping the game. Um, so if Rek'Sai is ahead at 5 minutes, then we have a game on our hands, Jason. And
If
if
not,
she
we can
can't,
start talking about game two draft.
we could start talking about game 2 draft. All I'm asking, okay, and they do get the Jax counter pick, which
Hmm.
hmm,
Now, Deity has not played Jax so far in this split, so definitely kind of step away from the usual champion rotation pool. But Jax is a very good pick recently. We have seen it in LPL. I'm not sure about other leagues because other leagues suck and LPL's the best. But definitely a strong pick. Has really good split pushing capabilities and is and in my eyes that tells me this is going to be a skill matchup in the top lane.
yeah. I'm just trying to think how this matchup plays out, and it really depends on how comfortable each player is with the matchup. Because Counter Strike is so invaluable against melee champs in particular, but Set is not so dependent on his auto attacks early in the game with his Haymaker and his Facebreaker. So we'll have to see how those two players pilot the lane. But I have a bunch of
Yeah,
question marks for Big Energy. So short range, so reliant on securing an early game lead on the rec side to be successful, and Nads have a considerable range advantage.
yeah, absolutely. I think, in fact, I'm kind of worried about this Ari pick here because the Xerath as a artillery mage can like easily get so much control over the wave and make it really hard for the mid lane to be able to move. So unless Lava Lizard has something up his sleeve and is able to kind of take control of this matchup, I'm really scared for the Rek'Sai as a result because if you don't have lane priority or just lanes to be able to work with pretty well, I think it'll be pretty hard for the side of GMSY to be able to, find some of these ganks and find some of these angles for the kills on this Rex side that needs these early snowballs.
I will say something in the favor of Big Menergy is that Xerath Lilia is not a potent mid jungle 2v2. And so if the Ahri and Rek'Sai can find success, then it becomes a nightmare for jungle skirmishes because Lilia will have a hard time dealing with the Rek'Sai. If Rek'Sai gets on you, you're Lilia. You have the movement speed, but that's only valuable for kiting. And once Rek'Sai unburrows, you're not kiting anymore. You're fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. As I won't be not too sure on how we are for draft, but definitely still a lot to talk about for this game. And I think the bot lane matchup, both AD carries probably looking to be weak side warriors right now. And the Zyra is definitely a very lane dominant support pick, and the Alistar definitely one that can really get the team fights going. And if anything, I like the Alistar because that just means some easier engage. The Zyra, if played properly, definitely really going to restrict that for the side of Nads.
Yeah, I think Nads will have a rough time early in the game. The Alistar is going to want to get on the map as quickly as possible because there's really not much the cow can do against the Zyra. But that doesn't mean the Ashe has to play really respectfully because Zyra Jhin has kill pressure, especially if Ashe opts not to take cleanse.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that you mention it, Big Menergy's bot lane dude definitely has the option to go for these kills, and I think I'd like to see the Rek'Sai path from top to bot and set herself up, set our void champion up for some dive bot lane because if the lane is played right for the side of Big Menergy and they're able to chunk out Alistar, chunk out Ashe, and kind of have advantage on the wave and keep it in a spot where they like it, I think they should be able to easily pick up some kills if they go for a bot lane dive.
I could see that. They just have to be careful with the Alistar. because that dive's going to come in level 2, level 3, and Alistar's access to headbutt and pulverize. And that can be
Yep.
really dangerous. So they have to line up their skill shots properly. They have to juggle the aggro properly, or they're just handing kills to the Nad spot lane.
Absolutely. And I guess the last little thing is, I haven't seen Lilia be played in a while, and it's going to be the first time Lilia will be picked up on stream as well. So, what do you think? What do you think we should expect from the jungle pick out of Warhead?
I think the Lilia doesn't have great setup, even though there's an Alistar and Jax present. That's still not great setup, and the Rek'Sai is so dangerous. The Ahri, the Set, these are all dangerous champs to walk close to. So I suspect that once the early game ends, the Lilia is just going to throw the bowling ball and try to start fights with a long range E into sleep. I can't really see her looking for anything too aggressive against the point and click stuff that Big Menergy have.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to look for some real speaker moments. Who, speaking which, did get our regular season LCS Honda MVP, but that's not as relevant right now. But for now, we'll be taking it to a break while we're waiting for client things to be loaded. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back. And welcome back to this Aegis Guardians League Week 7 matchup. This is Big Menergy versus Oasis Nails Day and Spa. Once again, I'm Jason Grip 5 and I'm with Simulcrum. As we've loaded onto the Rift, and we see a bit of a spicy pick there with Bambi going top lane.
Yeah, this. I don't know how. I don't know if I like this, Jason. I think. I think Set really hates playing against stuff like Lilia. It's not going to be fun. But if Rek'Sai comes up there and she blows flash and dies, it's really bad for Lilia. And she doesn't have phase rush or anything. And I wonder if she has. It's Lilia top, Jason, so I doubt that there's a resolve tree second for her. It's probably something like sorcery tree, or inspiration.
Yeah, I am curious what the second rune option is.
It
It looks
is
like
it.
it is sorcery, mana flow transcendence on
Oh,
the side of the Lilia. So no celerity, no water walking or anything like that. No movement shenanigans. Just focusing on
wait, she
looks
went
like
last stand. Why did she go last stand?
because she wants to deal more damage to champions that have more health than her,
No. Last stand
which is
deals
just insane.
increase.
Oh,
No,
last stand is while
last.
you're low. That's
Yeah. So
right.
when you go low, you increases your damage, but you're not going to be low. You're playing Lilia. You don't want to get hit. To get hit is to
That is
die.
very
I,
That is
I,
very
I
true. ET losing to shopkeepers. You see some trades in mid lane here. Lava Lizard able to get past that arcane pulse and trade back onto Paradigm Shift. We see the Rek'Sai is starting from top to bot. So as we were hoping when we were talking about draft, as we see here, Deity does get
ouch.
pulled in by Leak here and trades a couple autos. Huge chunk out there. So definitely, like what we were saying
Oh,
in draft is once again the autos coming down. And
he's not spacing
Adam and
well.
Adam and Trooks definitely also getting abused quite a lot by this lane. The Alistar is a useless champion level 1, and he's taking a good amount of
Ooh,
poke. Does
grasping
get
roots.
rooted up already. The bullets do go down, and Alistar instantly half health, forced to use that potion so early on. Top lane, the dance kind of continuing once again. Deity does have a slight health lead over Liaku after all is said and done, so not bad, but not the most efficient.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised to see Rek'Sai pathing away from this Lilia set lane. But might be
Oh,
going
as
for
you
that
see,
dive you were talking about.
some good trades going in here. Set forced to use a potion. Deity does hit level 3, does get that
Oh,
E
he's
coming
dead.
down. This could be first blood. Flash forced out from the side of Leercube, but the passive not enough to kill the Set. Flash is forced out off both laners, and Leercube most likely having a TP, but even though we were kind of saying the Lilia top hasn't been spacing well, so lethal, and look at we saw how much damage he was doing there.
Hmm. And now this is dangerous. Set has no flash, and Jax is going to be topside. And Rek'Sai is not going to be even entering bot side river for another 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like both junglers are opting for near full clears. Rek'Sai is going to be skipping out Krugs. So there is the potential for a bot lane dive, but once again, just so difficult. The situation for the set right now.
Oh,
Any health that he loses now, he won't be able to get it back. And look at that, he's taking so much damage from that Lily harass. You really, DT, really maximizing
oh,
his
what?
spacing. See a mid lane over here, flash charm going wide for the side of Lava Lizard. You Paradigm Shift is able to avoid that pretty deftly, and so God, you don't see that often. You don't really see Jin roaming towards the mid lane. You see Liku Haymaker does go wide. DT once again doing so well at spacing him. Lava Lizard is chunked out very much. Doesn't have a teleport to help
Oh,
him play safe and misses the cannon.
you hate to see it.
But
Another
see
good deadly
bot lane
flash.
here, Alistar is getting engaged on. Adam might be in trouble here, forced to flash away.
Oh,
Jin for the follow-up flash, first blood with the dancing grenades. And it
did he have to
looks
flash,
like,
Jason?
yeah,
I
looks
think
like it did burn the flash for no reason, but
I think the nade
yeah,
followed. Yeah, before he flashed. So
good
really,
first
really
blood
good
still.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, still really great. The Zyra Jinlin definitely exerting the pressure that we were hoping it would early on at the start of the game.
Mhm.
So good looks so far. The Jax is able to get off some counter jungling in towards that blue side for the Rex side. So Liu really needs to be careful here not to get chucked out too much, because the bot lane dive is still a perfect possibility here for the side of the Jax.
Yeah, but I suspect Rek'Sai is just gonna reset. Doesn't looks the bot lane has a lot. Their bot lane has a lot of gold they want to reset, and probably wants to get back to the top camps that the Rek'Sai doesn't know are gone.
Yeah, and if we look at the gold right now, 100 in top lane, 600 in the bot lane, and 400 for the support is also definitely a lot of this gold being shifted towards that bot lane matchup. We were saying how they're going to be our weak side warriors, but it looks like they're the ones that getting the ball rolling in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's just the pressure of the Jin Zyra into a relatively immobile and Alistar. It's really hard for a melee engaged support to play this lane.
Oh,
And
see,
what?
Charm goes down onto the Xerath. Ignite coming down as well for the side of Lava.
Is it
You're looking
enough?
for the solo queue here. Now, the Xerath does have
Oh,
barrier,
barrier.
uses it. Ari ult forced out as well, so it's going to be a trade of summoners. But positive for the side of Lava Lizard, who is able to apply a lot more pressure on towards this mid lane.
I wonder if the barrier was necessary. I don't know if the Orb of Deception true damage is enough at this stage. It's just a Doran's Ring Corrupting Pod Ari.
Yeah, well, I will say the Ignite was ticking down, so maybe he wanted to, maybe
Yeah,
Paradigm Shift wanted to play for insurance there, and
that's true. Ooh.
no. Oh, as the Lilting Lullaby does go down on towards the set in the top lane, but the charm lands onto the Jax as well. Arcane Barrage comes down on towards GMSI from Paradigm Shift. Liku also in trouble here, picks up the kill from for Deity, and a lot of kills going down in this top side for the side of Nats, and it's singing the praises. I see mid lane here as well. Charm comes down on towards the Alistar, onto Adam, so it looks like not able to pick a pill. But the root does go down onto Adam, and no flash for this cow means that it's looking like there's some beef on the menu. No, Warhead is able to kind of dissuade any other further attempts here. But once again, looks like Nats are getting the ball rolling. The Rex side not able to do much, and able to pick up a Constellation Dragon, but still not looking good for this jungler that wants to be snowballing so much into this game. As we see here, Liu going in for another trade on towards Lilia. Not much.
Yeah, we are just about 7.5 minutes into this first game, and Rek'Sai has accomplished nothing. But even the Drake, I'm not going to credit the Drake to the Rek'Sai. That's Big Menergy's bot lane doing that. And the Jax is just going to continue to get stronger. I'm definitely going to favor the Jax the later this game goes. And not even a hint of a dive from this Rek'Sai. Not even a hint of pathing top to attack this Lilia, who hasn't had flash for the past few minutes. Really strange.
Yeah. And the crazy thing too is that as you see here, good trade coming out from the side of Liu, showing off some mechanics. Yeah, the crazy thing is that the Jax and Lilia have had free access to the blue side jungle of Rek'Sai, which means that she only gets half her camps. So once again, the efficiency of the Rek'Sai not as strong. But Lava Lizard AU might be in trouble here. Does have the ultimate, does have that third charge to get away, but pretty dangerous here. Forced to have to back off. Deity is in the vicinity as well. So looks like ult from Ari will save her from her troubles. But once again, Nat's really being active on the map, and you know,
Oh,
getting a lot of
Alistar?
these plays off as we see Deity.
Oh
Oh,
no.
sorry, in the bot lane, Chooks does get off the Ash Arrow, but goes wide. Heal forced out from the side of the Jhin as well. Jhin trying to kite away as well. That W does dissuade him for quite some while, but the Zyra trying to maximize as much damage as possible, but Chooks has picked up the kill onto Cyrix. And now it's just going to be the Zyra trying to run away from the cow, and looks like it's gonna be a 1-for-0 in this bot lane. And yeah, Tofuster kind of has to just watch as his AD carry just kind of dies. Now Rek'Sai is here in this bot lane, but doesn't
I don't know if
doesn't
I don't know if it gets
like,
if she gets anything. No.
yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like JMXI just not able to really get anything off, and so you know this early game pick that we were hoping to see more from, not able to achieve as much as we'd like.
Yeah, and achieved nothing so far, sadly. It's less than nothing, giving over gold. And I was gonna comment that the Ashe missing ult and them still winning that fight was impressive, but the Jhin doesn't have an ultimate in these skirmishes, in those close range skirmishes. Curtain Call is only useful to assist from range, so it was effectively an even fight. So you could just ignore the enchanted crystal arrow; it doesn't matter. And it was a good engage from the Alistar. Didn't think that they could win that because Zyra's just so scary to engage on.
Yeah, I think they really took the timed it pretty well. I'd like to think because Adam and Trux were still relatively high on health, which means that they had a window where you know health was even, both cooldowns were up, which means they were able to get what they wanted, which is definitely good from the side off this bot lane from Nads. You know, Sirix and Tofuster definitely want to kind of calm themselves and pick it up. Now they are up a considerable amount of CS in this bot lane matchup, just around 27, 26. So really good from the side of this Jhin
Here's
Zyra.
Rek'Sai.
Obviously, Rek'Sai coming towards the top lane. Now, Root does go wide, and Lilting Lullaby does come down. It looks
Oh
like
no.
Deity might be able to
Oh
play this,
no.
and he does. JMSY forced out the ultimate. Flash coming in from Deity as well. Does miss the E, but has one more Q. Auto, no. Forces the Flash out of the set. And it looks like it's a disaster for the side of GMXY, who's just, you know, void, looking like a void mole rat right now. Is not able to get anything off, but the taunt goes down. The W tower shot as well. Looks like not able to pick up the kill onto Deity, but Lava Lizard is in this top lane. Doesn't have the Ariel, which means he's not going to be able to pick up this kill. So once again,
Right
see
at
the
the arcane.
Xerath ult coming down on towards the set.
Oh.
Is he? No, not able to pick up that final snipe.
And Jason, I have so many questions. Rek'Sai had flash on Burrow. It doesn't use it. If the Rek'Sai uses that there, Lilia dies. But I have to question the Rek'Sai pick. If you're picking something like Rek'Sai, you can't just be timid about approaching the early game. It's all or nothing. Rek'Sai offers nothing later in the game.
You need to use these flashes. See Ash
Ooh, good
Arrow coming
engage.
down on towards the Zyra. Zyra forced out for the health. The Stranglethorn is used on towards the Ash, and it looks like Trux has picked up the kill on towards Tofuster. In the mid lane, some trading as well, but it looks like that's going to be all she wrote for now. Alistar definitely pulling off quite effectively.
Man.
Flash head, but Pulverize going down.
He's got it.
One more auto tags that Jhin, but is there going to be enough damage? There's a tower dive coming in from the side of Oasis.
He dropped aggro.
But yeah, Adam does drop aggro too early, and it looks
man.
like Sirix is going to be able to
Wait,
trade kill. But you know, Showstopper coming down on
no.
towards Deity, but Lirikyu looks like in trouble. The Haymaker goes wide, and he has no flash on this set. Lirikyu
Man.
gets picked off by Ward at 852, and it looks like it's all Nads right now with how tragic this early game has been for Big Menergy.
Yeah, and Jason, I don't know if this is premature, but I feel like we need to start. I feel like Big Menergy should start discussing next game, because the early game gambit of the Rek'Sai has not paid off. The set, their bot lane, which is their point of power, the Jhin Zyra was their shining light in this draft, is now losing 2v2, and so how do you salvage this? You have two Drakes, but it's going to become increasingly difficult to secure the third and fourth Drakes with how strong Nads are getting. Oh no.
Yeah, and it looks like Herald picked up as well. Now Lava Lizard does get the charm off on towards the Jackson. You see Flash Bro used on the Alistar.
What? What?
What?
That's the person you
on towards Zyra, and Sirix picks up the kill on towards Adam.
I have so many questions, Jason. That's the person you expend Flash and Burrow on? As we see Seth gonna die top?
Simulcrum moaning on again as you see the Rift Herald being used as well. So Leerq looks like he's going to be a free boss for lunch as well. Deity is on a killing spree. Now JMXY is in the vicinity. Is he able to get off that burrow? No, the charm picks him up as well. JMXY does pick up the kill on towards Paradigm Shift. And so Simulcrum, even though we were blessed by the moans just now, does look like the Rek'Sai is able to pick up these kills. Maybe not the early game that we were hoping for, but in this kind of mid-game trough, we do get to see the Rek'Sai, have a bit of action.
Yeah, has managed to find some stuff in the past minute or so, but still, Lilia and Jax consistently taking away the blue side of this Rek'Sai, and that's just going to put her further and further behind. And they kill the Alistar at the cost of Rek'Sai's flash, but that means they don't have that critical flash on Burrow for a key target. They're not going to be able to hit Xerath or Ashe or Lilia, and I think Lilia is the person you want to start hitting now, because she's going to become a real problem. Zed can't stop her anymore, and I don't think anyone else can. I think it's up to the Rek'Sai to unburrow on her.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if we kind of close our eyes and pretend, we can just say the Rek'Sai used flash for the Xerath, right? But,
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, right now 3,000 gold lead in favor of Nats. So definitely some positives here. But it looks like Adam might be caught out here. Does get rooted, does get CC, does get hit by everything. Lava Lizard picks up that kill with that true damage from the charm. It's a typical, I guess it's a syndrome of just support roaming way too far forward. Now in this mid lane, I will say Lava Lizard has done a great job of being able to withstand the pressure from the artillery mage from Paradigm Shift, and so. Definitely some positives here for the side of Big Menergy, who, do have the 0-3 set in the top lane, but other lanes are starting to pick it up and, perform a bit better. Sirix does have that Gale Force already, so some spikes that are definitely on the good side here for the side of Big Menergy.
Yeah, now they're starting to use the Ahri to pressure the bot lane of Nads, and I like this. Admittedly, it's a little late, but better late than... Oh, great reaction to avoid
reaction time here from... Yeah, that's very true. Now on the top lane here, some trading going on as well. The Ashe Arrow does go wide, and looks like it's going to be a whole lot of nothing, but a really good play.
Yeah, I mean, if that arrow lands, then the play's on, right? The fight's on. But fantastic reaction to Spirit Rush away from that one. Does mean that's on cooldowns.
If we look at this top lane here, it looks like, once again, Adam might get caught out here, caught in no man's land. It looks like it's going to be Cow for lunch once again. Now the Jax does pick up the trade kill, forced to flash away from the root. So it's going to be a 1-for-1. And I don't know. It's good for the side of Nats, but not good as acceptable for the side of Big Menergy too.
Ooh,
as you see here, Lilia forced to flash out from that charm as well. Low health on towards the side of the Lilia, but right as the Arcane comes down, is trying to snipe away, trying to do as much damage onto Sirix. Not able to pick up any kill of any of sorts, but able to apply a lot of pressure here. And so, as much as the Rek'Sai hasn't been the best pick so far, I'd like to think Big Menergy is starting to get the ball rolling with these other lanes.
Yeah, and it seems that Nads is stumbling a little bit. Lilia having to flash there, and it's a little it maybe a glimmer of hope for Big Menergy because the Lilia, this incredibly mobile, semi-ranged threat, is getting hit by these stray skill shots.
Flash forced out from the side of Lava Lizard, and it looks like this mid lane definitely a high point of contention. Now, Dragon is up in 20 seconds, so everyone does want to be getting out these resets, but look at that chunk onto JMSY. So much damage, but same thing on the side of Chunks as well. The Zyra gets caught out by the Ashe Arrow. Warhead is on a killing spree now. So, looks like the Dragon is going to be able to get picked up by Nads off of a misstep from the side of the Zyra. Now, both teams are still posturing in this river, but there's 5 for the side of Nads and 4 for Big Menergy, so looks like BM are going to look to push in this mid lane. Now, the little Lullaby does come down as well, picks up the Jhin as well, forced to cleanse and flash as well. I'm not sure you had to flash there for the side of... for the side of the Jhin there, but looks like JMSY does go in. Wait, Leerq survives for so long. Rek'Sai flashes in without with the Burrow. Deity is on a rampage though, and it looks like Leerq is able to get picked off as well. It looks like a disaster for the side of Big Menergy. Jhin does get picked off as well, and looks like it's going to be Lava Lizard just kind of seeing his kingdom fall into pieces here.
Yeah, super unfortunate. And I like to think that Big Menergy had a chance in that fight because members of Nads were on the Drake, but a little bit of misexecution from the Rek'Sai, the Umbro not on the right target, the Alistar not the Lilia, and then still commits with the Void Rush, and it's not enough.
Yeah,
Ooh,
as you see
the
here, oh, the
charm,
charm comes down onto his Lava Lizard. Flash forced out from the side of Trucks. But once again,
it's not
trying to get the
enough.
last tag of damage. No, not enough. And so,
So
yeah,
close.
Ash, definitely a huge shutdown to collect here. Will get that shield bow off of respawn. So, definitely a lot to be thinking about now. Root does come down on towards the Alistar. A lot
Great
of
call.
damage going down as well. Curtain Call coming down as well. Looks like the charm does go wide onto the Zera after
Barrier
Curtain Call
forced.
does get all shots on towards the Jhin as well. But, looks like it's not going to be much as well. A lot of vision being kind of fought over here for both teams. Now, Tofuster is a couple hundred gold away from that Leandris, but it looks like Liaku looking like he's feeling a little sleepy right now. A lot of damage going down. He does have that Gore Drinker, but Deity is up a whole item. Has that Demonic Embrace as
Oh
well. It looks
man.
like Deity is going to be unstoppable. 5-0-3 on this Lilia. Liaku is being slapped silly up in this top lane.
Yeah, and Jason, it feels like we haven't had any farming. It's been nonstop fighting. These teams roaming around in groups and just taking any skirmish that presents itself. And I don't mind. It provides plenty of action. It's an entertaining game, but it's starting to feel a tad bit one-sided.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of feels like solo queue where you just have like, a ball lane that's doing decent, but then you look at the other end and you see, this Lilia that's kind of just that's just running it down on towards the set, and sets kind of just have to keep taking it. As you see here, Flash is coming in everywhere. Flash forced out from that Xerath from Paradigm Shift, so it looks like trade of summoners before 2 minutes before Dragon, which means that Big Menergy might have a window if they want to force something a bit later on.
Yeah, but the Lilia's move down once again has such an easy time moving about the map because that tier 1 top tower is down now. And confident in the fact that no, I don't even think the Rek'Sai can kill her anymore. That remains to be seen. I still have a little doubt. Maybe the Lilia still dies, but we've yet to see the Rek'Sai get a full combo out on the Lilia. And there's
Yeah,
still other threats.
absolutely.
You still have to, oh, splash.
Very true.
Oh no.
Alistar coming in as well. And great Ash Arrow. Great CC chain on towards Tofuster. Paradigm Shift picks up the kill.
Set.
Right, the Arcane does go down, but Liaku is able to get the Showstopper coming down as well. The Jax
Oh.
comes in as well. Shut down on towards the Rek'Sai. Plus 600. Double kill going towards the Xerath Tower. Deity looking for the flash in. Does pick off. The flash in is on towards Liaku, but Liaku is able to get that Haymaker and survive for a bit longer. Jhin does get picked off as well. Now,
Good charm.
Lava Lizard does have the Spirit Rush, but it's 1 versus 4, and I don't like the chances of a Fox into such a great big crowd here. Z here, just, Nat's running down onto this mid tower. And, as much as Lava Lizard is trying to do as much wave clear duty as possible, looks like Nats are able to pick up this tower, get a lot of that 140-ish gold into their pockets. And once again, positive play for the side of Nats.
So many times this game, it's looked so promising for Big Menergy at the start of a fight, but then the numbers come in for Nads, and it's anything but. They got the Ashe, so they got a shutdown, which is always great, but I think it came at too steep of a cost. They lost 2 mid towers off that, and they're now in very poor shape to attempt to contest this 4th Drake.
Yeah, absolutely. And, right now it does look like Big Menergy are having to pay the cost of just not being able to do anything, per se.
Yeah, and I think it comes back to you pointing out the limited engage opportunities on both sides, really. It's a lot of walking at each other. The Rek'Sai walking at you, the Alistar walking at you. You got the arrow, as we see it thrown. Gonna
The
land
Ash
on
are
the
coming
Rek'Sai.
down on towards the Rek'Sai here. JMSY trying to run away. Right, the Arcane
Oh, he's got it?
is able to get like, the
Oh,
last shot.
nice.
Paradigm picks up the kill as well, but Liaku once again in this top lane, looking like he's in a whole lot of trouble here. And Deity godlike 7-0-3. He's gonna have that cosmic drive completed before Liaku can even sniff a second item.
Yeah, this Lily is just completely uncontrollable at this point. They're sitting on so much gold, I imagine, and I think yep, going towards the Cosmic Drive. And I don't even know if the handicap of Baron debuff is enough for Big Menergy to win a fight now. Because if the instant they walk in, Bowling Ball's gonna land, Ash Arrow's gonna come in, Alistar gets a great engage. It's really scary to walk in. So
Yeah,
I
you're
think once
seeing.
the resets come in, they're gonna look at Baron.
Yeah, you see mid jungle and top laners all have item advantages on towards their counterparts. Deity once again just kind of stomping here as a whole item and a half ahead of Lirikyu, which is crazy. You know, it's been a while since we've seen this much of a gap in the top lane. Horizon Focus is completed for Paradigm Shift as well, which is a huge item spike. Sterax and Triforce, which is very nice, completed for Warhead 852. As you hear Wits End, you know, the pieces coming in for the side of Trucks, and Cyrix only has that Serrated Dark and Pickaxe.
Ooh, Charm.
So once again, you know, not the most positive. Now, Alistar ult is forced out from the side of Adam, from Tofuster and Lava Lizard. So maybe a bit of hope there. You know, one less cooldown for Big Energy to worry about. But again, look, situation looking real dire. They Big Energy. You know, how do you think Big Energy come back into this game, Simulcrum?
I think they need to sniff out the Baron attempt, if Nads even opt for the Baron, and then take a good fight around there. Because I think that's their best chance. Baron
Yes,
strips.
you hear
Ooh.
Jin face checking the bush here. Right of the arcane going down in towards this mid lane as well. Flash, Gale Force,
no.
and Cleanse forced out as well. Right of the arcane isn't able to pick off Cyrix just yet, but Void Burrow comes down
no.
in. Warhead is on a rampage. Paradigm Shift in trouble here. Lava Lizard trying to use the you know, the dashes and trying to get away. Lirikyu trading back on towards this top lane. Lava Lizard forced up flash away. Showstopper coming down from the Lirikyu. Gorgon coming down. So W shut down. Lirikyu, what was that? Wow.
What a punch. Jeez. Okay,
You know,
so
just what we were saying, it wasn't looking too right. Lirikyu decides, you know, I heard you were talking some smack there, picks up the kill. Now, Warhead forced to jump away.
yeah, and that's not the kind of fight that Big Menergy wants right now. Getting forced to skirmish right at the entrance to their own jungle. They need to conserve their cooldowns for the possibility that Nads attempts Baron, because that's their opportunity. The resistances will be lowered, and they're all trapped in that tiny pit. Zyra's gonna find great. Zyra also be really effective. Jhin ult is really scary, but that's only if they can get there without burning key cooldowns. And it remains to be seen, because last time they were stuffed. They weren't allowed to enter.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I'm really excited to see what Lirikyu should finish that Cyrax gauge. And is he even going to pick off a bit more gold? Does he get at that null magic mantle too? So the gap between the set and the Leo definitely closed off by a lot more. You know, if he didn't pick up that shutdown kill, I think he still would have been stuck on Gore Drinker for just a bit more. Now,
1,000 gold.
Yeah. Now, Paradigm Shift does. Yeah, this top lane still 3,000 gold difference. Pretty 2,000, like 2,600. Just around now. Mid lane is up a decent amount of gold as well. Now, Jhin is up 200 on the Ashe, so there is that one bright spot for the side of Big Menergy, but still a lot of the significant gold lead and Blighting Jewel picked up for the side of Paradigm Shift here. So Cyrix is gonna look like a juicy puppet master here for the side of Xerath to try snipe down, because he has no resistances.
Yeah, and we saw at the end of that last fight that Jhin was forced to Gale Force to avoid one of the charges of Rite of the Arcane. And that means that's execute damage. That's extra damage they're not able to apply.
See, Lilting Lullaby coming down onto the Jhin. The Jhin has no cleanse. Where's the Rite of the Arcane? Ash Arrow does go wide. Gale Force forced out, shut down onto his deity once again. Showstopper coming down as well. Now, Jhin ult does come down as you see Paradigm Shift. Look at how low he is. Shut down! Snipe from downtown for the side of Cyrix. Crazy. Now, does look like JMSY is looking to go in some more. Lirikyu flashes in with the Facebreaker. Double kill picked up on towards the Jhin. Big Menergy are turning this around, Simulcrum.
They can Baron. They can go Baron. They should go Baron right now. Yep, there we go. Okay. Jason, I sincerely thought that they needed Nads to approach the Baron for that kind of fight to happen. But I think the Lily Asleep baited Nads into fighting. They thought that they could get access to the Jhin, but it wasn't there. And Lilia dies, and then suddenly they're on the back foot. The curtain call is so scary, and that key first bullet onto, or key second bullet onto the Xerath securing the team fight win, and they get Baron. They
Oh,
probably have to give Drake as the TP comes in, but I think
yeah.
you're going to take this trade every day.
Yeah, they'll take this. Now, I would like to see some heal reduction come out from the side of Big Menergy, even without Ocean. So triple Ocean is still, you know, some good passive healing. So, you know, let's hope to see that soon. But
There's also
looks
other
like
healing on their team as well. Alistar heals a little bit. Ash has shield bow.
Ash,
Yeah.
yeah, Lilia does have that conquer if it gets
Mm-hmm.
stacked up, which negligible,
Yep.
but still,
Yeah.
man
It,
can
it
hope.
yeah.
And
But
so,
I think Zyra or Ari picking it up would be good.
I think Zyra should pick it up. I think because
Yeah.
the plants and the threat that that damage has is more than enough. I think now. Big Menergy do have the Baron, and there is a lot of standing gold for them to pick up. They do have very long lanes to work with, so it will be challenging for them to, you know, successfully siege that mid tier 2 and bot lane tier 2. So I
Mm-hmm.
think definitely they should be setting their sights on this tier 1 top lane tower. And oh wait, no, never mind. Mid tier 1 isn't even down there. Looks like there's some free gold for them to pick up here.
Yeah. And I like this decision to 4-1. You don't want to split up because the Asher was really scary. No one can match Lily
Coming
on
down
their
as
own.
well, heal forced out from the Zyra and Spirit, our ultimate used out from the Ahri as well. Once again, Deity doing pretty well to hold Leerq in place. Now Lilia does have that ultimate as well, and Leerq is half health, so it could be some trouble here. Facebreaker goes down on towards the Lilia.
Oh, great
Shows
cancel.
unstoppable Haymaker does go down on towards the Deity. Now Leerq is pretty low. Conqueror stacked up for the side of Deity. Leerq does have that W as well, not able to get off the Facebreaker, not able to get off the Haymaker as well. Leerq in
Oh
trouble
no.
once again. No flash on the side of the set, but W does come down as well. Gore
Oh.
Drinker, not enough. DRT picks up the kill once again. And even though the set was able to get some crucial shutdowns onto their Zilia, that still is a 3-item Bambi, my friend. Not your, not looking like your cup of tea for now.
Yeah, and that's so tragic, Jason, because I think Set played that fantastic. It's so well. Cancels the Lilia sleep with his own ultimate, so that means the sleep didn't even arm, and just even then it wasn't enough.
Yeah, definitely been on the tragic end. Now, I think as much as Lyric did play it properly, I think the mistake was, you know, being there in the first place. I think send two tops, send people to pick up the standing gold that, you know, you can get pretty effectively, because if you send more than one person, Lilia can't really answer it. But, you know, right now you're forced to split resources and, you know, send Ari top, which means you don't get as much mid lane pressure, I think.
Yeah, I think Set could have just stood just close enough to wait to Baron to give the Baron buff, and that's it. You don't want to step up and fight her, as you said. Ooh, look, Jin's on the hunt.
Jin does have that 4-shot, does have that rapid fire cannon, 3 items. Now, no infinity edge for the
Uh-oh.
side of the Jin yet, but as you see here, Lava Lizard might be in trouble, does have that ultimate to
She's
get away,
dead.
but the Ash Hour coming down. Lava Lizard trying to kite as much as well. Trooks picks up the kill. So, first death for the side of Lava Lizard. Not optimal, but was able to get out that tower, so, you know, acceptable. And Dragon is in a minute 59, so not the end of the world. Ash Arrow should be coming online soon enough for the Dragon, so good use of cooldowns for the side of Nats. Only one shutdown left on the side of Oasis for Big Menergy to claim, and that is the Jax, who, you know, has gone quite quietly unnoticed this game, but does have the 3-item spike, does have that Titanic Hydra, which is so big for, you know, the helicopter man.
Yeah, allows him to clear faster. It makes him really bulky. He is incredibly bulky with the with his ultimate, and then the Steric Shield and all the HP he gains from those 3 items. And I just want to bring it back to that that pick onto the Ahri, because that was really well done from the Alistar and Ashe. Not going for the immediate headbutt pulverize. It was just headbutt, wait for a moment, pulverize, and into the arrow. There's no possible chance of the Ahri getting the Spirit Rush off. It's just 100-0, dead.
Really well played, you know, kind of definitely shows off the proficiency that Adam has on that champion. Now, a minute until Dragon, and it looks like Big Menergy are walking into this river first, looking to try set up that vision. They do have lane priority in the mid lane, so definitely some good news here. Now, they do know that the Jax is staying in the bush. Arm
Close.
does go wide, forced out the dash. Now looks like teams are they're posturing for a fight here. Yuki does have that ultimate. Now the Alistar does get CC'd up. The ultimate coming in from the set.
Oh!
Now not enough damage, but huge face breaker, 4-man stop. Now Rek'Sai is on the backline, does
They have
get that
Jax?
ultimate off, and it looks like the Jax shutdown goes towards the Jhin. Deity doesn't have ult, does pick up the kill on towards the Lily, a double kill going towards Syrinx. Now, Rek'Sai is in the top side of the fight, gets picked off as well, and looks like Deity... Oh, Deity picks up Syrinx with that Leandries and Demonic Embrace burn, but Trooks picks up the kill onto the JMSY. Leercube picks up the kill onto Adam. 2 for 4 for the side of Big Menergy, and it looks like they're gonna put themselves on Ocean Dragon point as well. Ashe kind of, gets jumped on right away from the Rek'Sai, has the flash, has the Prowler's Call being used right onto there, being a real dive threat and just negating all the damage that Ashe had to offer.
And I think the big mistake Nads made in approaching that Drake is they didn't give time Xerath to poke. It was just Alistar walking up, positioning for a potential engage, and he gets chunked, forces out the Unbreakable Will, and then Set just sends him flying back into his own team, and then it's Big Menergy's fight from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, even though, yeah, still a 3,000 gold lead, but, not where it matters. The Set, even though he's down horrendous right now, is able to hit that 3-item spike, is a bit more relevant now, and, has the ultimate, has the face breaker, which are so important for team fight tools. And you can see that fight, Deity, even though he is so strong as a Lilia, and was able to pick up the kill on towards Syrinx, still kind of struggled there, as you see no Infinity Edge for the side of Jhin.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge... I don't like the LDR here. I actually don't like the Collector either, because there's no... Alistar's tanky, yes, but he reduces damage, which means the armor pen is less valuable. It's still useful, but it's not... This isn't like an HP stacking tank you're going up against, so you're not... So I think it's better just to go, if anything, LDR, Gale Force LDR, IE, and then you can go rapid fire. But it doesn't seem to matter because they're still winning these fights.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm fine with the Collector. I would have liked to see the Infinity Edge there personally, just because, even though they are building health and they're not the most tanky, which is why. Now we see here, Lava Lizard might be in trouble here.
Oh,
Headphone does come down as we see Deity does come in. 5-man sleep available. Sleep, Zonya's coming down as well. Looks like Big Menergy might be in trouble here. Lava Lizard on the side does get a huge amount of damage off. The Rek'Sai does get the Guardian Angel popped as well. Does get the burrow down, but not enough damage. Lava Lizard trying to be a hero, trying to do as much damage as possible, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. Gorging coming down from the AQ Facebreaker as well, but it looks like it's going to be an ace for the side of Naz, and it looks like they're gonna end it.
Death timers are pretty long. I think they can end here.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well played. Really well played in terms of the fight. Big Menergy caught lacking there. Not tripping because no point starting off Baron there. It means that right of the Arcane, the Ash Arrow, the Lilia damage, all able to kind of pile down on you, and so you're winning out these fights, but they didn't get the optimal setup, and it looks like they're gonna get punished for it. And it seems like it's just gonna be an inhibitor for the side of Oasis, and it looks like this game is gonna drag on just a few more minutes. Could be another 40-minute banger, Simulcrum.
Yeah, it's looking like that, Jason. And yeah, really big, really colossal error from Big Menergy, moving away from the conditions that allowed them to win the previous fights.
Curtain call going down, tickling.
Wait, there's a teleport? What are we doing here?
Of Big Menergy. It looks like a teleport coming in from the side of Liu. Instant flash. Now, Facebreaker does go down on towards the Lilia. Showstopper goes down on towards the rest of the team. Facebreak! Huge haymaker!
Oh, man.
Triangle throws does come down on towards the Alistar. Forced to use the ult as well now. Does look like Rek'Sai is able to get picked off. Shutdown going towards... going towards the Ahri as well, but Lava Lizard walks into the Jack stun as well. Xerath as well. So much damage coming down. It looks like a boxer right now. Leerq does get off that haymaker, but not enough. Doesn't get the sweet spot onto the Alistar. Now, once again, a 2 for 4 for the side of Nads this time. And so even though we're kind of giggling like little girls about how much damage that haymaker does from the side of the Set, not enough for the fight. And Big Menergy just weren't able to get coordinated enough to be able to pull it off and turn it the other way.
Yeah, and there's so many threats on the Nads side that even if you take the Lily out of the equation, even if you take the Ashe, there's still a Jax and a Xerath to contend with. And the Rek'Sai is well past her prime
Relevancy.
in this. Yeah, she's not relevant anymore, and so there's very limited damage to contend with all the threats that Nads has, and so inevitably someone's going to live, and that's why I keep reiterating that Big Menergy's best chances are going to be when Nads approach the Baron, because that means Nads can no longer poke. They're committed to the Baron, but that is not a possibility anymore because the Baron's been taken.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, 10 seconds until this Ocean Soul is available and up for grabs. Big Menergy are looking like they want to they want to go all in on this. And if I were them, I don't really have, I wouldn't say otherwise. Jin 777 on this board right now. Looking pretty dangerous. Now, Charm does go down on towards Warhead. Ash Tower does come down on towards Lava Lizard. He has no Zonyas. He has no way of getting out. Lava Lizard, no, does get picked off. Now, Deity is on the side on a rampage. Picks up the kill on towards Tofuster. JMSI trying to do as much damage on as possible. But this Rek'Sai looking like he's just tickling the side of Naz right now. Warhead is godlike. Deity chasing down Sirix, running
Oh,
down this Jin. Now, no W means that Deity is able to get out, but Zonyas comes out from the side of Sirix as well. Looks like they're just going to take it. No, oh, one more. 1-for-1 trade in this bot lane. Deer for Puppet Master. Worth it. But looks like with this Baron, Nats
you'd hope
are
they
able
can
to just
end.
gonna... Yeah, I think they're gonna be able to end here, pushing down this mid lane wave. They do have just 2 towers to contend with. Now, Leerq is able to buy a lot of time on this set, does have a lot of health, does have a lot of damage, depends on how he plays it out. It looks like he's just gonna... Okay,
It's just over.
and it looks like Game 1 will be going... Oh, wow, huge true damage there, but Game 1 will be going over towards Oasis Nails Day in Spa.
Yeah, and it was a 40-minute banger. Admittedly, barely a 40-minute banger, Jason, but 40 minutes plus nonetheless. And pretty back and forth affair. I think I was surprised to see that Big Menergy was so competitive in fights that I thought they didn't have a chance in. And how much that was a result of Nads failing to execute their comp properly is a matter of opinion. But I think that Big Menergy is going to take red side in game 2, going to secure that all important counter pick for their top laner, and we might see a different game 2. We might see Big Menergy more competitive, especially if they go away from the Rek'Sai pick. B5 Rek'Sai, no, please, no more. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Absolutely. Definitely a lot of things to be switching up in this draft. A lot of that we're going to see some switch ups on sides, switch ups on drafts, switch up in strategy in general. But as of now, that's all going to be for next game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with game 2 of this AGL Week 7 action. All right, and welcome back to Big Menergy versus Oasis Nails Day and Spot Game 2. Once again, I'm Jason Group 5. I'm with Simulcrum, and we're pretty deep into draft for Game 2. And so, Simulcrum, tell me, what are we feeling for this draft?
The Gwen's let through, and Nad's immediately snagging it. And
Yeah, that is
I'm
very
curious.
true.
I'm curious if they're gonna flex it because the E nerf was meant to dissuade it going jungle in particular. Really depends on the attack speed there as opposed to lane, but can still jungle, admittedly a little slower. So we'll have to see where it goes. Really early, literally
Yeah,
the first pick.
absolutely. Now, I will say, I don't know why Big Menergy choose to ban the Malphite so early because definitely a champion that you can play around.
Ooh,
So you see here, action being locked in here for the first time. So definitely a bit of not definitely a bit of 100% a
whoa.
spicy pick here. Now they are choosing to run it back with the Zyra. Tofuster did get caught out quite a lot,
Hmm.
but
And
yeah,
important to know that this is a blind Zyra as opposed to, oh, we saw your Alistar, we're gonna raise you the Zyra, right? And Thresh is the response?
fresh.
Are you sure? I mean, if you want it, okay, they lock it in. Can be a tricky matchup in lane because plants eat the hook. Zyra's very happy. You're very sad. But still very effective. Once again, another case of Nads electing to pick a support. Okay, so Thresh Ash. And another roaming support. Thresh roams better than Zyra. and will struggle in lane as against the Zyra. Zyra alone, it doesn't really matter what the ADC Big Menergy
Yeah.
pairs the Zyra with. It's just the Zyra will 1v2 you if you're not careful.
But personally, just based on how that Zyra game went last game, I'm a bit worried because, we did see Tofu Stare get caught out quite a lot. Did face tank a lot of those Ash hours and,
Wait,
kind of
wait, no, no,
forget.
no, wait,
Zach!
wait, you see the Thresh? You see the Thresh? Yeah,
Big.
and
The answer is big Menergy. That's it. They have big Menergy and they're choosing to follow through with it. Really,
yeah, they're not
really
afraid.
interesting picks here. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Zyra is a really scary pick to show later in the draft because it's really good against short range, relatively immobile comps because they can never enter a choke against Zyra. She's just going to eviscerate them. It's harder to blind her because you can pick stuff like Zyra, not like Gwen, who doesn't care, and they pick Zyra into Gwen. So I'm shaking my head.
Now, as a Gwen player myself, personally, I think the Zyra pick into Gwen isn't bad, just because if you play around the W cooldown properly, then those plants will be a pretty big annoyance for a Gwen, especially since if I'm in an AD top lane matchup, I want to be rushing armor. But
That's true.
the
I'm more
Thresh
concerned
and
that
the Thresh and Ash are more worries for me if I see Zyra and I lock those in, like I'd be worried if I was the Zyra.
okay. See, and the Lilia taken away by Big Menergy.
Yeah,
Not
once again,
interested.
so many top laners taken off the board as well. This time, six of them being taken off here. Definitely such a top-heavy draft focus for both teams here. In all fairness, absolutely worth it. Deity, such a lane-dominant player there. See Annie
Okay.
being locked.
Okay. Okay. Jason, this is
Such a
quite the
lane.
draft.
Yeah,
That
and we
means it's
saw Lirq as well. Really
that
good.
means it's
Played really well.
that
Could
means
be
it's
action
Action.
top.
I mean, yeah, it could be Jason, but I'm inclined to think that it's Action bot lane, which I don't like. I think Action's a better mid laner.
Absolutely. I think Action's not a good bot laner just because he doesn't do as much
Oh,
damage.
oh,
As he
Fizz.
is being locked in here.
Yeah,
These
this is
drafts are getting
spicy.
spicy.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I'm a big fan. Now we
Okay,
get to see the jungle pick up here. Do Nats pick a blue or green themed jungler to go with their woes?
that's a good question.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see what they choose to lock in the jungle here. Um, should be just a few more seconds as you see
There's
Seth
that's
being locked in. So it looks like it's gonna be Gwen jungle, I think.
yeah, I think it is, and they kept the flex to the very end. Respect to them. And now Big Menergy have complete information with which to select their top laner.
Yeah. Oh, voice crack there. But yeah, now it looks like Liu should be able to get the better of this matchup this time round. He did get spanked in that top
Zach's
lane,
top?
but he still had
Oh.
a lot of impressive outplays. And it looks like it's gonna be Aurelia.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
this
Is this
now Big Menergy's comp I've never seen before. This is definitely very, very fresh stuff. And I'm a fan of it. I really like it. I think oh my god.
you think
So
what?
I think it's eye candy. It'll be really fun to, be able to talk
Watch.
about green blob,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
little girl.
Yeah, I'd say that Big Menergy has more a collection of champions than an actual composition, but a lot of fun picks here. Akshan is a pretty fun one. Can go Assassin's Creed with the W. Can swing around like a Mad Lad with the E.
I want to see an action 4-man revive or 3-man or like a huge action revive. That would
Hey,
be
given how the
something else.
last game.
And welcome back to Summoner's Rift. We are here with Big Menergy versus Oasis Nails Day and Spa. Now, Naz are up 1-0 in this series, so hopefully looking to secure the win and pick up the 2-0 here. Big Menergy have a Build-A-Bear composition and are looking to try upstart their way and force a game 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we did entertain some possibility that it was Akshan mid and Annie bot. That's not the case. It's Ignite Annie mid lane against Ignite Fizz mid lane, and it is Ghost. It is Flash Gwen. So none of the hyper mobility we're going to see from the Ghost Gwen. And yeah, Jason, you're the resident Gwen expert on this cast. So you were talking about doing 2 points Q into Emax, right? And that's
Yeah,
does that mean you can
absolutely.
skip Nashers or do you still go Nashers?
This is a bit of a personal quirk, but when I play Gwen, I usually don't go Nashers because because for me, I want to be maximizing my damage with my ultimates and my Qs onto more of the backline targets and who I want to be focusing.
Mhm.
Nashers is a very good solo queue and kind of like, if you want to be stepping up and like making those crazy plays, like Nashers is definitely an option to go for. But at the end of the day, I think going it or not going it is fine. I think with the attack speed nerfs now, I think just as like it feels good, going it is okay. But as of right now, I think the main thing is just the leveling order because the E attack speed bonus is just so important. So I really hope to see, yeah, 1 point E right now. So level Q here, and then yeah, just go for 2 points Q and then start going for that E max and then leveling your W when you need to, that type of thing. Now,
Okay.
Akshan in the bot lane, definitely fun pick.
He is really short range, is a which can be a problem because the Zyra is really potent, but most of the time Action will be relegated to using the Avenger ring, which I do not like saying. I'm gonna just go back to calling it Action Q. Okay, thank you.
Someone's not a
Ooh,
fan of
oh no,
Akshan Q.
that's a flash.
Speaking of which, here, Flash
Oh,
forced out from the side of Tofu's to Ignite drop down on Ultra. I think a bit early there. Should have waited for the hook maybe.
I think
But yeah.
I think the Ignite's fine. I think he just if he waited one more second on throwing the hook, there's no way the Zyra can dodge once the flash comes in. So you just wait to see where she flashes and you hook there. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely
I
a
think.
possibility here.
Oh, okay. Playful
Now, as you
trickster.
see here, mid lane, Playful Trickster does go down, but Ignite coming out, it does get some good trading in from the Annie. Now, does look like we actually, yeah, Lava Lizard, might be in trouble here. Ignite going down as well. Hook in that ball lane as well. Oh my goodness, Lava Lizard surviving on a sliver of HP there. Was forced to use both pots of potion here. Now, Fizz does have flash, so
Oh,
room for outplay, very possible.
yeah, and this is really scary for the Annie now. No flash, no ignite, and Fizz has that flash. And okay, at the very least, Gwen's not a very scary ganking jungler, so there's not a lot of CC to worry about till post 6. But you're still an Annie with no flash against a Fizz that does, and
Looks like Gwen is gonna be able to pick up the crab with kind of no worry. But you see here, actually, health pools relatively even on both mid laners here. Now, Deity does get that done on towards Leerq, but once again, that Flawless Duet does come down, picks up some return damage. Now, we haven't really got to see much of top lane here, but it looks like Deity's still in control of the lane. Leerq has chosen to freeze it kind of right in front of his tower, but is up just around 5 CS, should even out with the rest of this wave coming in.
oh,
But Deity playing it pretty well, I'd say, but gank towards mid,
oh, he
paradigm
has a
shift,
flash.
forced to use the flash. Now, doesn't look like he'll get picked off there, but good gank coming in from the side of JMSY. And, we were kind of memeing the Zac a little bit, but looks like, he's ganked better early game with Zac than the Rek'Sai for sure.
Yeah, which is really surprising. Because Zac really wants a few levels into the Elastic Slingshot before he can be an effective ganker. But being proven wrong this game.
Yeah.
Okay, is it
Oh, once
is,
again, his
is
top
it
lane
fair?
is just...
Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought he didn't have Blade Surge leveled or something because I didn't see him throw.
Yeah,
Ooh.
as you see here, gank coming in from the Zac, as we see
Got
here,
it.
the
He's got
heroic
it.
swing coming through as well. First blood goes towards the Zyra. Action with the heroic swing, able to pick up, able to get a lot of good damage in with that press the attack proc, and with his kit's description being longer than Nasus's entire kit, you best expect the champ to be able to do something in this top lane. But as you see in the bot lane, sorry, we see if we look at the top lane, Leerq forced to use the recall so early. Deity applying a lot of pressure and is up 10 CS now.
Yeah, and it looks like a little bit of trepidation on the side of the Aurelia in this matchup. Not confident in going in Blade Surge, using the Blade Surge around the set, and as a consequence, Set has push in the lane, Set has pressure in the lane, and Set has a CS lead in the lane.
Yeah, and the set now has the Bramble Vest, and especially with Irelia, I'm not sure if the patch nurse has gone through yet, but the
It
healing...
has it
Oh,
has
it
gone
has,
through.
so the healing a lot less significant on this Irelia now. So, definitely not I'm not the happiest camper if I'm Leerq here. You know, my champ just got nerfed, and you know, I'm into. I just got gapped last game as well, so definitely a lot of mental pressure as well. So there's that to worry about. I see here that mid lane Lava Lizard has that Dark Seal, so definitely looking like he wants to be able to apply that pressure. Flawless Duet goes wide from the side of Leerq. So even though Big Menergy do have that first blood kill, there's a lot of pressure going in towards Oasis, especially with how game 1 went.
Yeah, and also we see the Gwen opting to go for the Nashers, and she's up here in the top lane. This is interesting.
There's a lane gank going down now. Flawless Duet does go off as well. Showstopper does
Oh,
come
she's
down as
dead.
well, but it looks like Flash forced out. Flash Haymaker
Not
goes
dead.
wide as well. Annie's here as well. Timbers! Lava Lizard
Timbers.
picks up the kill on towards Warhead. Now, Deity looking like he's not too long for this world as well. No Flash as well. Maybe they want to give the kill to Liu. No, they're just going to let him heal up off of the minion wave. It looks like one more auto, one more little love tap from JMSY is able to pick up the kill onto Deity. They didn't want it going down onto the Zac, but it looks like, you know, Big Menergy off to a 3-0 start. Much better than game 1.
Yeah, and oh, I thought Fizz was gonna get a plate because he had been pushed up, but not quite. Not enough damage this early in the game. And yeah, fantastic start. Zac everywhere on the map this game. And this is the kind of start that Big Menergy needs. This is like, the Gwen and Set are gonna get scary the later the game goes, but Annie and Zac are champions that thrive in the chaos of a action-packed early game. Even Akshan doesn't mind that kind of stuff.
Action-packed early game.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I walked right into that one. No.
But yeah, I'm really excited. Definitely, you know, really good from the side of Big Menergy to get the ball rolling. I'd like to see a Dark Seal on Zac. Actually, the AP ratios that champ has to offer are very scary too. Now, Dragon is up. It is an ocean dragon, so we will be getting a different dragon soul this game, which is very nice. And so another thing is the Gwen has been pretty quiet, you know, not able to use gank setup. You know, because if I'm Gwen, I'm thinking, you know, I have Fizz ult to, if I tag Annie with the Fizz ult, that's a free entry for the Gwen. But instead, Gwen has just been kind of clearing away the jungle. Now he has started. Dragon has to start from Warhead, but Lava Lizard picks him off. Tibbers says,
here's Max
not
range
in
Fizz
my
ult.
house. Now, Blue Team picks up the Dragon from the Fizz, but Exhaust coming down
good arrow.
on towards the Fizz. Double kill going towards the Annie. Action is in the vicinity. Flashes forward, gets flayed away from the Thresh as well. Comeuppance being used, does get those kind of shots down on towards the Thresh. But it looks like that's going to be that Lava Lizard really stepping up here. Doesn't get the dragon, but picks up that kill on towards the Nads mid laner. Gets that tower play, and look at that huge minion wave that the Fizz has to lose.
Yeah, and the 7 Dark Seal stacks this early, that early Dark Seal purchase really paying off, Jason. And
Stonks.
Stonks, yeah, and it looks like Big Menergy's getting their second wins after getting slapped around quite badly in the first game, coming out swinging in the second.
Absolutely. Now we do have Ocean Dragon. No, sorry, not Ocean. Cloud Dragon being our second dragon off the game. So we are gonna get a spicy soul here, be it Infernal or Mountain. But thanks to my predictive powers, I'm manifesting Infernal this game.
Oh, you're okay. So you're okay.
Making it happen.
All right,
Ball,
I'm holding you to it. I'm holding you to it. If it's not, there will be consequences.
Now we do see 3 people roaming towards this top side. Fizz, Gwen, and Set all pathing towards, looking to kind of target Liu. The wave is pushing it away as well. Really dangerous for their Irelia. Will Liu have the presence of mind to walk away? Now Fizz is showing up here, but it looks like
he's wise to
it out.
Yeah.
So really well played from the side of Liu. You know,
just Annie and Zac.
Kind of have to sack the wave here. Now Annie is in position. Are they gonna sit in the bush? No, it looks like the Nads mid jungle duo are gonna spot it out. So looks like everyone's just gonna back away here. But yeah, as of right now, huge for the side of Big Menergy. 5-0 start, up 3,000 gold at 10 minutes. Definitely night and day compared to game 1.
Yeah. And I'm curious. I think they really need to utilize the Annie, who's their point of power, to get stuff on the map. So gonna wait for her to push out her lane and then Okay, so they're gonna start the Herald, so you have to think that Annie's gonna push in the Fizz and then walk, but seems content just to maintain this. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
this Fizzle
I don't think he's got it. I don't
goes
think he can do
in,
it.
but not enough damage, and it looks like Lava is just gonna get chunked out. Thumbs up, like, okay, buddy, sure thing. Now, I don't know if it's just me, so Crumb, but
Hmm.
Ashe is a champion that has enchanted crystal arrow, right?
Yeah, but it appears
And
that the Ashe is out of mana.
the big Menergy bot lane does not have cleanse. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
but she doesn't have mana right now. Is the problem.
Yeah, and Gwen
She,
is pathing down, so there's a chance there. I do think, we haven't got to see Ash arrows as much this game, so I think
Mhm.
definitely that's going to be a point of contention, especially for a cleanseless bot lane. So we'll have to see how that goes. Gwen is in this bot lane, so Ash doesn't have mana now, so maybe a few Presence of Mind autos could get that working, but it looks
Oh,
like
here we
they're gonna
go.
dive top lane. Deity might be in trouble here. Now does have that showstopper here. Here we go. Annie ult does kind of go wide, but the
Oh
Zac
no.
pass is there. Shutdown picked on towards the Annie. Lear Q does pick up the kill on towards
Oh,
Deity.
they're gonna
Now
go for
flash play
this.
coming in from the side of Adam does get off the ultimate, the Strangle Thorns, but Gwen, look at all the damage. Look at the
Oh.
hook as well. The kill on towards the Gwen. Double kill for the side of Warhead 852. And just when we were saying Big Menergy had it sorted out, 1 for 4 right off the top.
Wow. And Big Energy not playing the dive top lane as well as they could have. Because Zac drops aggro when he goes into passive, and Annie picked it up, and that's not the person you want. Annie's pretty squishy compared to the Aurelia. And giving that shutdown over and losing the Darksteel stacks on top feels pretty bad.
Yeah, now you see here, oh, look at that. Liquid taking a beating there. So much damage
Wait. Bork set?
piled on.
Wait, he's going.
Bork
Wait,
said,
you don't.
DT is here to play. Oh, look at the damage. Oh
Wow,
my god.
you. Bork set has not been around in a long time, Jason. It's not a. You don't see it anymore. Oh, good
see,
arrow.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow going down. The W goes wide from
Oh,
Annie.
great
And it looks like
Lantern.
it's just going to be a free kill. Look, they're even going to give Gwen the assist. Trux picks up a kill on towards Annie. And just like that, what big energy lead? What was that? No.
Yeah. Think of the past, Jason.
Think of
That
the
was then.
past.
This is now, and
And
right
we
now.
live in the present.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And oh,
Yeah, and the thing is, Zac still has Herald as well. It wasn't used after that top lane dive, so a lot of
Oh.
waste there. Now, Liuki does get that flaws to it onto his deity, has that Bork as well, does have the Vanguard's edge as well. Will he look to go in now? Does get the
Man.
he does get the ult off, but it looks like he's just outplayed himself there, Liuki.
Yeah, because they both have healing, right, with the Conqueror and the Lifesteal, but one of them has Bramble Vest and the other does not, and so that means I tend to favor the one who has a significant CS lead and Bramble Vest over the one who doesn't. And he gets first tower
Absolutely.
too.
It looks like bot lane's gonna be in trouble here. It looks like Sirix, this action is gonna be in trouble. 4-man
Oh
dive bot.
man.
Looks like the Gwen ults, the Fizz ults, they're all coming down, man. And it looks like it's another wipe down in the bot lane. Warhead and Paradigm Shift once again just popping off. Now, Annie does get that ult off on towards Adam, but it looks like JMSI able to pick up the kill. Now Annie does have 4 stacks again,
Oh,
looking to
Gwen
get the
said.
kill on towards the Gwen as well. Warhead gets picked off as well. JMSI trying to do as much damage as can on the Zac. Does have that aftershock, does have a lot of low health targets. Ash does have flash, however, looks to force to use the flash. Does have that elastic slingshot going in. Ash hour comes out, but gets cancelled out. Paradigm Shift might be in trouble as well. Deity forced to use the teleport over, but that's a free target for you to latch onto. One more proc of the W. No, Deity picks up the kill onto JMSY, and Paradigm Shift gets out with a sliver of health. Akshan ult does nothing there. Really good from the side off the Zac to be able to just, pick off kills and, get something back for Big Energy.
But it always feels bad that the kills go to the Zac instead of someone else. And wait, can we talk about Jason? What's going on with Annie's farm?
What's going on with Fizz's items? Annie's farm. He's doing a Tyler 1 cosplay.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
You know how
So,
Title 1 averages like 5 CS per minute and is in Masters?
mhm. Okay,
It's the
okay,
same
fair
thing.
enough. Okay, so but what were you gonna say about Fizz items? Sorry for cutting you off.
It's Night Harvester.
Oh, what were you expecting Proto Belt?
Yes,
I see.
feels bad.
Feels bad.
Anyways,
All right. Well, Jason's
we
hopes and
do look
dreams have been dashed against the cold, harsh rocks of reality. It's okay. It's
fine.
okay.
Next week when I'm in the States, maybe things will be different. But
Oh.
right now we're on Summer's Rift. And it
Mhm.
looks like the game's just been blown wide open. So many direct gaps here as we see Fizzle going down, takes out a third of Lava Lizard's health. Quite a
Fizz is a
lot of damage. Now,
Fizz is a poke
Timbers
mage.
does go down, Electrocute does go down as well. A lot of health being traded in from the side of Lava Lizard, and it looks like it's kind of like they're just like doing it for the damage numbers right now because
Yeah.
they're not really doing anything.
He has red buff. The Fizz will heal up, and he has the corrupting pot or the refillable pot ticking. So
Yeah,
his ult's halfway back up already. Gonna try again soon.
yeah, very
And
true. Now, definitely a bit of an interesting point of contention, but look at Deity here. Look at him punching away on
oh,
towards that. Really, Aliku, where's your health bar? Goodbye, good night, Blade Dancer. Deity is on a killing spree once again.
yeah, and once again, just great usage of the showstopper and taking advantage of the unstoppable nature of that cast, and just dodging it on the flawless duet. Really well played, and he just beats the Aurelia's
Absolutely.
death.
And
Okay.
Gwen been doing really well with the farm right now. 112 is 3 camps up on this
Oh,
Zac.
arrow.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow
Oh,
does
good
go
try.
wide, doesn't hit the Annie, but 4 people in this mid lane. Looks like they're going to force down this tower. Not enough wave clear from the side of Big Menergy to answer, but Alexis Single comes in, cancelled by the Flay. Really well played. At GMSI trying to find something to tag the Thresh onto, but it looks like the only thing that the Zac is
Oh,
getting is a boatload of damage to the face. Now, Lava Lizard is in trouble, does get the protocol,
oh,
does get the Gwenno snipe from Warhead. Q4 doesn't get the Zac, but really great damage. Akshan is walking over, going rogue is active on the side of Sirix. Maybe might look for a miracle fight here, but Lirku not in the vicinity, not able to do anything. It looks like it's just going to be a free kill going towards the side of Nats once again.
yeah, and it seems so long ago in this game, Jason, that Big Energy were making the plays, were dictating the pace, and that time is long past. And the Zac unable to find much after that botched top lane dive, and Nad's just going to continue stacking these Drakes. Big Menergy cannot walk up. The set's too scary. The Fizz is too scary. The Gwen's too scary.
Yeah, absolutely. And just based on the situation right now, Annie not looking hot on the farm, 87 to 131 on the Fizz. You have top lane that's just getting their head bashed in by this Bork set, looking like he's gonna go Stride Breaker as well, and even has the Sheen for that extra
It's
oomph of damage.
I
But it
think it's
looks like
Triforce.
Big Menergy rushing down, trying to rush down this Rift Out, and trying to goes down on towards the Zyra. Hook
Oh, he
goes
ults
down
him
on
out.
towards the Zyra as well. Zac does get out, but the Haymaker picks up the kill. Sirix trying to do as much damage as possible. Does have the going rogue passive, so maybe able to get it.
Oh,
No, doesn't pick up the kill. Great use of the needlework from the Gwen. Not able to get the revive from the going rogue passive onto action. And it looks like once again it's a 1-for-3 for the side of Nats, and everything it's Nats to the moon right now.
and they got the Herald, which I believe Big Energy started. It's
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right.
it's
You're right.
it's it's going pretty poorly right now for Big Energy. And now they have the Herald to blow the game open even wider. They're threatening Soul Point. They're threatening Soul next Drake, and they seem to be more decisive now. After those few early game hiccups, and they're making great use of the Ash Arrow. They're actively looking for stuff with it, and they're just taking fights, knowing that they have the gold advantage. They can slap them around with their wallets.
Yeah, absolutely. And Big Menergy able to get off that early temple so well, but the moment Nats decide to press the button, flick the switch, just a whole
Oh.
different story. And once again, Fizzle goes down, does have the Zhonya's, but the hook flashed away from. But it looks like Paradigm Shift still has enough damage. Timbers does go down, but the Playful Trickster picks up the kill. Paradigm Shift is on a rampage, but Liu does get that flawless to it. But it looks like once again he's getting chopped down by this Bork set. Triforce completed. Deity is unstoppable. Ash Arrow does go down, trying to look for a pick, goes completely wide. And it looks like the Zac does get cancelled by the Flay. JMSY fails the flash as well. Now Action does get the revive onto the Annie, but does picked up by the hook, going rogue, trying to keep himself invisible, but the heroic swing doesn't do enough. The Kraken Slayer, not enough damage. Action not even kiting, just standing there pressing the auto attack. And it looks like once again, why am I repeating this, Silkrum? Big Menergy, you're just getting wiped.
Yeah, it just seems like the fights are somewhat even for the first stages of the game, and then a switch is flipped, and Big Menergy are no longer competitive. And it looks like it happened a little bit earlier this game. But
yeah, absolutely. And it looks like it's going to be Baron picked up as well.
Yep. And okay, they waited for Fizz. Really nice. Really considerate of Nads to wait for their 5th man. And now they have
absolutely.
5. Yeah.
5-man Baron push with Set, that Set really with a throwback build. Triforce, Blade of the Rune King. Now, we do see Fizz has that Medjai's, has those stacks coming down, does have the 5 ability haste from the Night Harvester. Yeah, really from the guys.
Yeah, it's okay, Jason. It's okay. Deep breaths.
But it's okay. We do see Gwen has that Rift Maker, has that Oblivion Orb. So really like the itemization from the Gwen as well. Opting for this Nash's Tooth Riftmaker build, so looking really strong. Now Liu does finally pick off that top lane tower, but I don't know if it's me, Simulcrum, but the only times we've seen Liu are really in this top lane.
Yeah, unable to get on them.
Action is going rogue. Oh, Flash Hook does go wide from the side of Adam, but Riftheld going down in the mid. Fizzle does go wide as well. The Shark not able to do as much damage. It looks like Liu is able to put out that bot lane. And sorry, you were saying.
What was I saying? Oh, we were talking about the as the Ash Arrow lands.
Arrow comes down on towards the Zac. JMSY is forced to ult away. Stranglethorns does come out, only targets the Thresh. Now trying to do as much damage as possible. Zac does have passive, but does get the Elastic Slingshot away, so the passive is in a safe space. But Paradigm Shift is on the side, forced to flash over as well. Does have that E, does have that Playful Trickster. Zac is going to be able to live for just a bit longer. Unstoppable goes down. Paradigm Shift picks up the kill on towards JMSI. Akshan does use the heroic swing away, but look at that Gwen damage. Look at that overload. Look at all that burst. Come up and
the game over right here.
It looks like a tickle, and it looks like Nats are looking to pick up this 2-0. Where is Liu? Finally, he's able to recall. It's the first time we're seeing him in this team fight. Does go in with the Blade Shirt. Does have that Vanguard's Edge going in as well. W trying to tank up as much damage as well. This could be Liu's time to shine. Picks up the auto, picks up the kill on towards the Thresh. The Paradigm Shift tanks the tower. No, he doesn't. Playful Trickster does have to avoid that, but Sirix is in trouble as well. Look at the Gwen, chop him down. And just like that, Oasis nails Day and Spa, is able to pick up the clean 2-0 sweep.
Man, it looks real shaky at the beginning, but they turned the corner, and Nads win this game much more decisively than the first. In almost half the time that it took for the first game to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really impressed. I think, like, going into play-ins next week, Nads is definitely 100% a team you need to be on the lookout for. Like, the early game, they did get they were a bit susceptible to Big Menergy's early game aggression, but they played really well past the mid game. Really good from the side of Oasis, Nails, Day, and Spawn. Definitely looking at this team to make a deep run for sure.
Yeah, really solid series. I wouldn't say completely convincing, because there definitely were gaps that a strong team can exploit. But a 2-0 series is a 2-0 series, Jason.
Yep, absolutely. And with that being said, that'll be it for this week. Next time you'll hear from me, I'll be in the United States of America.
Okay.
Yeah, be on the lookout for all of that. There should be some content coming out sometime in the coming week too. And with that said, we'll see you guys in play-ins.